Hello, all, and thank you for joining for another episode of Edible Software. Today, what we're going to be talking about specifically is the On the Go app. So, this is essentially an online order feature for customers, for your customers, uh, in an application form. So, this can be used, downloaded, and used on any Android device. We're also rolling it out for iOS later on as well. So what you're seeing here is essentially what it would look like on your device. Right now I'm looking at a Galaxy emulation, but this can be used on a tablet, can be used on a phone, whatever the case. So what we're going to do today is we're really just going to be looking at the user experience on this. So there are some setup features which we will talk about in a separate training, but this is essentially what the customer is going to see and how they will be using it. So what I'm going to do is this is assuming your customer has already been set up, and of course, what you're seeing is just some demo information. So we can have your logo set up and everything like that. So don't worry about what you're seeing right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in as my customer, assuming I can spell it right, and I'm going to log in. So what it does at the time of logging in is it grabs all of the items for that customer. So at first, it's syncing your standard items by default. That is, if that is a setting you want to use. And then, of course, it is downloading all of your items as well. So I do have the ability to show all items as well. What it's also getting is your items, your customer and item prices for that customer. So here, if I scroll down a little bit, I can see uh, essentially what it looks like in this screen. Actually, I'm going to scroll down just a little bit more so you can see what it looks like with the picture view. So here I have a picture of my item. If there isn't a picture, of course, as you can see, they'll just say photo not available. We also have a feature to not display photos if needed, if that's not something you want to do. But here I can see my item description at the top. I can see my picture if I need one. And then I can see my item information, my code, my pack size, brand if I have one, and then of course the price per unit. So as the customer, I can go ahead and choose a different unit of measure if I need to. And then I can put in the quantity. And as you can see, the price is going to be updating based on the unit of measure selected. Now, what you're seeing here, unfortunately, since this is just an emulation, when you click on the quantity, a keypad will pop up, allowing the user to type in the quantity needed. So here, if I would have a keypad and I type in 15. So once I have a quantity and my unit selected, I go ahead and click Add to Cart. And then I can continue to scroll down and add items as needed. So here at bananas, I can go ahead and add 10 and click Add to Cart. Now, if I wanted to look for a specific item that I don't see right there, I can go ahead and look in the product search field. So here, this sort by option, I can sort by item code, product description, or brand. And the product search is based on the sort by. So if I went ahead and typed in product description, then I'm going to go ahead and type in TS regular item. So if I type in TS, it will bring up any item with TS in the description. So here I'm going to go ahead and add this and click Add to Cart. All right. So of course I can resort this as needed. I can even say I want to look at all my items. So I'm going to click All Items. I'm going to remove the TS. And here I can see all of my items. Now, of course, again, dummy information. That is obviously not Raspberry Jam. But here I can see all of my items listed here. And again, since it's a pretty large item list, I can search and filter as needed. The other option we have is a quick add option. So the quick add option allows you or allows the user to enter in items fairly quickly if they know the codes really well. So again, it is looking up purely by item code. So for those of you who have customers who don't know your codes really well, the quick add may not work as well. But if I'm going to go ahead and add my corn tortilla, I can go ahead and select that item code, select the unit, type in how much I want, and click add. and then just continue to add items like that. So I can go ahead and look for my raspberry jam, type in 6, make sure my units are correct, and click add. And if I'm adding these items and I need to delete one because I added it incorrectly, you know what? I didn't mean to add the raspberry jam. I can just tap on this trash can icon and it will remove the item from my quick add. Now, this is just building up the list, and as soon as I am done, I click add all to cart. So that allows you to quickly build up your item list and then add all of them at once. Right. So once I am done adding items, or if I just need to review my cart page, I can come up here at the top right and click on the menu option. And I can see my cart. I can see the number of items currently in my cart, and I can see the total of the cart. What I can also see in this menu option is I can go straight to my catalog view if I need to, if I'm not there yet. I can look at my order history as a customer. I can also look at my settings, which is essentially just a way to reset my password. And then, of course, I can log out. And then, of course, it gives me my last order date and my last login date. So if I want to go to my cart, I'll go ahead and select my cart page. Here is essentially a finalized order page as well as a review page. So if I am ready to continue on and submit this, I can go ahead and type in a purchase order number if I have one. I can select a different store location if I have one. I can specify the shipping method if this is going to be an order for delivery or for pickup. I can also set my delivery date. So here I can click on this calendar and select my delivery date that I want this delivered by. So here I'm going to go ahead and say this is for the 5th. If you do change the prices, it will tell you that the price may change according to the delivery date. So that's just there to confirm that. And then customer notes, if I have any specific order notes, just straight invoice notes for this order, I can go ahead and type those in. And from here, I can see all of the items on my order. So I can see my apple Fuji, my banana, my TS Reg, my tortilla. If I need to delete one, I can delete one. If I need to update the quantity before submitting, I can go ahead and update the quantity as needed. I can clear the cart if this is just a complete waste. If I did this incorrectly, I can clear my cart and start over. If I need to add more items, I can just continue shopping. It'll save my cart as is and allow me to continue on. Or if I am completely ready, I just go ahead and submit order. So now this order is submitted and it has brought me to my order history page. So here in this order history page, I can see orders that I have submitted through this On the Go app. I can also see orders that I have submitted over the phone or anything like that. Basically, any order of mine that you have processed, I will be able to see and keep track of. So here I have my confirmation number. If I have a confirmation number, I have an invoice number. It shows me the total, the status of the invoice. So it'll show me canceled or in process or paid or shipped. So it basically keeps track of that. And I always have the ability to look at that order as well. If I wanted to look at this 8712, maybe I forgot what was in here, I can click on this link. And here I can see, okay, I had one item here for this order. I just go back to my order history, and here I can continue on. So that's another thing. And of course, you can filter this order history page by the order date, or I can search for a specific invoice number if I wanted to. So that is completely up to you how you want to look at this page or how the customer wants to look at this page. But it's a really great tool to see basically all of my history. So that is essentially the user experience for the On the Go app. So once I have submitted the order, it is in Edible software. They will receive an order confirmation, and then of course from there you will go ahead and process the order as needed in the system itself. Thank you everybody for coming today. I hope you learned something. Of course, we're going to have another training on setting up your Edible or On the Go order customers. So stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll be happy to have a one-on-one training with you. Thank you again, and have a great day.